It's a great cause of my disappointment. But before I get into the main topic, I want to start this series today. Let me go to a few minutes of current affairs. I am absolutely ecstatic about what's happening in Parliament today. Finally, people are beginning to understand the power of Parliament and what it is supposed to be there for. And I am hoping, as I've been telling Progressive People's Party people, pay attention to Parliament. Some of you try and go to Parliament. Imagine if there was one member of the PPP in Parliament, the next Parliament, it would be wonderful. We will put all the research, all of the thinking and stuff behind him and help him or her deal with Parliament and what goes on in this country in the right way. But what is going on now? What it is telling all of us is there's an executive. There's Parliament, the legislature, and there's the judiciary. Okay, 3 arms of government. One shouldn't suppress another. Somebody shouldn't enter Parliament and say that because you are implementing your standing orders, I have something against that. If you want to change the standing orders, go ahead and change the standing orders. But if the Speaker or Parliament as a whole is implementing its standing orders, leave them to do that. That's the power they have. It's an independent arm of government. And I'm happy that that is happening now. And it is because that there's this slim majority that is there. And I hope this majority that is slim, it continues and it wakes everybody up and makes sure that the executive does not do whatever it is that they want to do by some automatic fiat and disregard everybody's voice. I'm even hoping in the future that nobody will enter Parliament and sit there as a member of Parliament who belongs to the executive. We should do the separation of powers. And please, the judiciary, do not enter Parliament. It isn't right. It wouldn't get us anywhere as a country. So I'm happy about that. But I'm also so unhappy about what's going on with galamsey. And it is because we have, we have placed politics above our human lives and above our environment. And so politicians are afraid to say, stop galamsey, stop mining in forests, stop mining in the protected forests that we have, stop mining in our water bodies, stop degrading our land, stop cutting down our cocoa trees and stuff like that. It is because of politics. It is because people are afraid to lose votes. Not that they don't know the right things. Okay, they know. If you go to Jubilee House today, everybody there knows what is the right thing to do. But there's an election coming. People want votes. People don't want to make other people angry. But I said it several years ago that if oil, gold, manganese, any of those things, they are not coming to benefit Ghanaians, they must stay on the ground. And I still stand by that. Galamsey is wrong. You can use all the fine words about, artisanal mining and let's help this, let's help that. If we knew how to do that, if we wanted to do that, why haven't we done it today? Where's the courage to say, this is the right way to do things, so do it this way. And if you deviate from it, we stop you. So those doing the wrong things, let's stop them. But let's stop this political thing about galamsey and move on and make this country great and strong. So let me get back to my main topic. My main topic is being discouraged. Why am I discouraged? And I'm going to go back even to Pa Grant. Pa Grant, many people think of Pa Grant only as somebody who helped on the political realm and helped to bring UGCC to life, even though we don't quite recognize that individual, Pa Grant. But did you know that Pa Grant built a successful business. He was an influential, he was born into an influential merchant family. He was the son of someone called William Minot Grant. And really he became a timber merchant with a flourishing export business, even when the trade was dominated by European companies. But you ask yourself today, what happened to Pa Grant's business? And then let's come to the recent times. The recent times. What happened to the Apiamenka businesses and those other businesses? What happened to them? And yes, we every now and then new industries who started those businesses. It is a very tiny business today. Through how many of our businesses have survived 50 years and more? How many? How many have generated great wealth, not just for the founders, but for the companies and for the people who work there? When international people write out wealthy companies and wealthy companies, why is it that not one Ghanaian family or company has made it to those international lists, despite being in a land of gold and timber and diamond and everything? Why? Why is that? Why is it that if take those banks that have been around, the people that have been celebrating, some say 100 years, some say 75 years, and so on and so forth. Indeed, take a look at GCB, take a look at ADB, take a look at NIB, those with the power of the state behind them. How come they haven't lifted one finger or one foot outside of Ghana? What happened? Why? Even though they have the might of government behind them. Government wants to do certain things, they say, give it to GCB. Some of them give it to ADB, give it to NIB, give them to those companies that government or the state has some regard for. Or I don't want to mention certain private banks, but some of them, you go there and you take a look at their portfolio, balance sheet, you'll see that there's a huge component of government largesse that is sitting there. It's not just banks. A couple of insurance companies, take a look at them and see what is happening there. A couple of investment houses, take a look at them. Remove government, they collapse. They collapse. Why? Why is it? Why is it that over the years, and I'll come to the present period of these past almost 8 years, why? Why is it that none of our businesses has become influential, successful, wealthy? Yes, today we can talk about some people who are doing well, quite well. Some of them have private jets and so on and so forth. Nothing against private jets. Let me make the point clearly to anybody who cares to listen. I'm saying that exits that stage. 3 months to go.